know that love is all around me. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Soul Fulfilling. My name is Rickie Byars, and I'm happy to be here with you today, this evening before the first of the high holy days, holidays begin. Let me love, let me love. Come on into the room. We got a lot of good breaking information for you that you might find interesting. We have people who are traveling different places, so I'm thinking that tonight we might not have a full house. But that's okay, because the folks who are coming in are my friends. And I just want you to know that I love you. And oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. That's what we're here to do this evening, learning how to live in a holy, holy way. Just remembering how to live. We already know. We know we're made of it. We're made of God. God made us out of itself, out of herself, out of himself, out of it. Whatever way you need to come to the party, God's got you already. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Holy, holy, holy. Oh, Terry Dean. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estella and Coombs. All right, they're coming in. Hey, we got three of some very powerful bee hoodies in the house already. It's pretty early right now, so while everybody gets the moment to take some time, ain't this killing right here? Oh, sookie. Just call me not the flying nun, Sue. I know what you're thinking about. Remember the flying nun? And she had the thing up like that. But I thought that was very Nigerian. I love it. It's a holy, holy way. God bless you, everybody, tonight. It's going to be a short program more than likely because people are flying and going to their destinations to be with loved ones, and some are just preparing for what's happening tomorrow, and some are just in the room with me right now. And I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you are tuning in right now. Let's see. Something is a little weird in the way I'm listening, but is the sound good? If the sound is good, say something. Put some nines up if the sound is good. All right, let me know that it sounds good, that my voice is clear for you, that you can hear everything I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. How is that? That might be a little bit better. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can hear that. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, okay, I got 9.99. All right, Terry Dean. I miss you. You know, we got to find some kind of way the Bee Hood can percolate up in Albuquerque. Yeah, we want to just take the time just to say God is good and God is mighty powerful all the time. And this is a time many of us are feeling something very still inside, peaceful, you know, and then some people might be going through some very tumultuous and turbulent times. But for me, I just hit a peaceful spot, a sweet spot inside where God was, you know, it was like, I didn't have anything to say. And it's been happening in my concerts, you know, after the songs, it's just been silence. Silence. And then people clap, afterwards. But it's just been this peaceful place. And I think it's happening because we talk about peace all the time, in the Be Hood. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth. And it's something that is part of our theme. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me let me be present in the ways of God. And what are the ways of God? Kindness, love. And so I was talking about joy and the confidence of God, like walking with God with confidence and knowing that God's got your back regardless of the appearance, but resting in God. And so I'm talking about that a little bit, but that's, but I'm in that place and it just feels so good, and it's got me quiet and still. It's like, oh, I have nothing to say. I mean, I have plenty I could generate in terms of conversation because I'm Libra. We can always come up with something. But something in me is so quiet right now, so still. So I'll sing a song. I see Rainbow Casey is in the house. Hi, Rainbow. Great to see you. I think that's Dr. Rainbow. Mikal Sherman is in the house. Terry Dean, Esella. All right, so folks who are coming in, I'm going to sing a song for you. Some have asked me about my clothes. They seem to want to know why I move the way I do. Is there someone special in my life? Or have I found a love so true? Just don't know. No, they just don't know that I found a deep love, a deeper love, the deepest love that one can find. I found a love so free. God reveals itself to me. Spirit is so real, and it's a deep love that I feel. Oh, some have asked me what's changed in my life. Did I buy something new, or did I win some kind of prize? But I found a real love. Spirit is my closest friend, and always beginning, and it has no end. They just don't know. No, they just don't know. It's a deep love, a deep love. It's a deep love that I feel. I like that middle part too. The middle part says, I didn't play it just now, but I should have played it, because it said, the middle part says, did I win some kind of prize? No, I'm seeing with brand new eyes. Or did I meet that special friend? No, I found a real love within. I'm glowing bright with God's love. I'm stepping out of my faith. This is a brand new day. There's nothing in my way. And all I can say is I found a deep love, a deeper love. I found the deepest love that one can find. I found a love so free. God reveals itself to me. Spirit is so real, and it's a deep love, a deep love. It's a deep love that I feel. It's a deep love. Wow. Deeper love. Yeah, I wrote that song a long time ago, co-wrote it. Good song. Dr. Karimu, good to see you. Kathy Means, come on in. Kathy O'Barrow, hey, good to see you. Welcome, Dorcas Gray. Hey, come on in. McCall from Movement of Agape. Hey, I remember you. Yes, yes, yes. Great dancer you are. A great dancer. So come on into the Be Hood. And so deeper love is where I'm at right now. You know, I'm feeling the peace of a living God. It's just, you know, something about that favorite campaign. You know, that you're my favorite. When I got that, I guess it just happens over and over again. You know, that we look for God, you know, and then we lose our, you know, we kind of lose our way a little bit, and then, you know, we go back to the beginning and remember and feel the power and the presence of God alive in us, and then we go again. We're up again for it. We're here for God to reveal what was said in the beginning. In the beginning was God, and that's love. So we're here to love and to feel God's love inside of us. So when I was telling people you're my favorite, hey, Linda Wanamaker, that you're my favorite, it's like it was such a powerful campaign of folks saying you're my favorite. Like, and what we're saying is that we are the presence of God dwells inside of us. Well, you know, we got this thought that God is out here, out there, but God is in here. It's in here. God is deep within us. And it's like when you catch that, when that begins to be more your reference, when you're one with God more than you're not, at peace, when you're not so worried about what's going to happen to you, and you're doing your holy work, you're actually sitting in the silence and just being still, even if your mind is all over the place, you're sitting there watching it. Just watching. And asking that question, what's thinking that? What's thinking that? And you get to the place of stillness. And it's a delicious stillness, but it's not very interesting for a podcast. It's not very interesting for a podcast. Sometimes difficult situations send me right back to God. And I got bad news, and it's making me receptive to your words and song. I'm glad, because that's what we're here doing. Hi, Laverna. Hey, yeah. Hi, Digby. Oh, people are coming into the room. People I love very much. Come on in. I love you all. You're my favorite. I mean, it makes you feel good, Yes. And if we're walking this planet, we're not, the way is not going to be every day feeling like what I was feeling today, where everything is just so, all too soon. Time advances, and all too soon I shall forget, But prayer at noon restores my heart, So praying, taking time out through the day, we can stay connected a little bit more, because sometimes, we wake up and pray in the morning, and then, that's about it to the next morning or that evening, But, many of us are learning to just have a day of prayer, It's not like, but our heart has been touched with a love that's free, and God can reveal itself in us that way and tap us on the shoulder and go like, "Lo, I'm with you always. I'm right here with you. You can't walk anywhere and I'm not there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm here deep in you, walking with you, walking you through this. I am the challenge you're meeting. I am all of it. I'm everywhere. I am everything. I'm every spirit." I was on Skid Row on Saturday, and the singer was singing "I Am Every Woman." It was so beautiful. But it's like God is inside of us, just deep. And it's so, when we make that connection, that it's here for us, loving us, then maybe we can lean back into the arms, the everlasting arms of the Holy Spirit. This is a time to call on your God. I know my God is love. And I know the names that get associated with that kind of love are very powerful in my home. But you will find your way to love. Find your way. I'm telling you what works for me. Man, it's just knowing that I'm so loved. And having an essence that is represented through Yeshua, and some folks call him Jesus, that says, "I love you. I am love. I love you." So, I've already overcome this. I know about it. Jesus is the ultimate guru. Whatever you do, take a little time with God. Whatever you do, take a little time with God. Whatever you do, take a little time with God. Whatever you do, Take a little time with God. Whatever you do, take a little time with God. When I woke this morning, the world was all a maze. I was out of sorts, lost and in a daze. I couldn't see straight, blind and in a fog. All it took was a little time with God, 'cause God knows everything about it. God knows what it is you need. God knows the way in and the way out, the way all around it. I don't care whatever it is, just take a little time with God. Whatever you do, take a little time with God. Oh, whatever you do, take a little time with God. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hey, Lisa Michelle, Lynn Bill, Donna Lee. It doesn't seem easy when you're going through a down phase, when you're tossing and turning, can't see the light of day. Oh, God is consistent. What I say? God is consistent, always and the same. Now that's quite a premise to wrap your mind around, but it's real. Oh, God is consistent, always and the same. Meditate on the Spirit, state your holy claim, that God is closer to you than hands and feet, that God will lift you from despair and defeat. God understands, God is real, and God is love. Oh yeah. Meditate on the Spirit, take a little time with God, 'cause God knows everything about it. God knows what it is you need. God knows the way in and the way out, the way all around it. I don't care whatever it is, take a little time with God, 'cause God knows everything about it. God knows what it is you need. God knows the way in and the way out, the way all around it. I don't care whatever it is, just take a little time with God. Take a little time with God, and then you'll remember again. You know, and then you just continue. You know, we get kind of caught up sometimes in the story in our head. Drinking from my B cup, isn't that just adorable? Yes. You're welcome, Donna Lee. Yeah, God is consistent. And sometimes I think we don't get that we got a friend, you know. We got somebody on our side. And we're God's favorite. I mean, God is saying to Donna Lee, you're my favorite. Deanna, you're my favorite. Lisa Michelle, you're my favorite. I can hear Lisa Michelle say, I know. She already know. Deanna, I love you too. Love you too. Hey, God is saying you're my favorite. Laverna, you're my favorite. That's what God is saying. Lynn Bill, you know, I kind of like it that it ain't got no whole bunch of people on tonight. Lynn Bill, God is saying you are my favorite. Digby, God is telling you, you are my favorite. So I'm telling you, you are my favorite. Yeah, I'm representing. Linda Wanamaker, you are my favorite. Dr. Karimu, you know you my favorite, bruh. Now, come on. Kathy Means, you've been my favorite for a long time. Kathy Obaro, you're my favorite. You know, I was on a meeting yesterday, and I was doing the favorites. And one of the people that was on the thread said, well, that just sounds like really inauthentic, like a crocker, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, God is deep inside of me. God's deep inside of everybody. And the presence of God within me is allowing me to tell you that you are my favorite. So I don't need you to poo-poo that, because you are the favorite of God. And it got, everybody was like, oh, that feels good. I like being the favorite. I like being the favorite. Of course. When you're the favorite, that's a satisfied ego, right? It's like your ego's totally at rest. It don't have to prove nothing no more. It's like when you're the favorite, when you're the favorite of God, what more? It's like, what else is there? You're totally loved by the Holy Spirit, by the Spirit of a living, pure, loving intelligence. Yeah. Hey, and listen, if I'm going to tell myself a story, I'm going to tell myself a winning story. The story where I am loved, where I am carried, where I am encouraged to listen inside of me, that if I've had a hard time walking in the way that I need to, like I know I need to do, like sometimes you don't need to be doing things and you're doing them. Again, I don't know I don't need to be doing that, but I'm doing it. If you can catch yourself doing it and go like, you know what? I pray to be more willing. It's like God help me until I don't do this anymore. Like, ask for God's help in the midst of the failing. You hear what I'm saying? I know we say, well, there's really no failure. We're just learning. But sometimes when you're putting stuff in you, you're doing things that are not life affirming, and you keep doing them. It's like, that's one thing. But when you know what you're doing and that's not good for you, but you're still doing those things, then you need help. And God is here for you. You can lean into the everlasting arms of God, or you can do repetitious journaling. Reverend Harriet, she calls it repetitious journaling, when you're writing like, I can do better than this. I will do better than this. I am better than this. I am loved. I am the favorite of God. And God is lifting me up past this wall that I think is before me. It's not a wall at all. It's just my opinion that I got to have this thing. And that's not good for me. What I got to have is faith in God, trust in God, which is trust in myself, because God is in here. It's like it's a done deal. As Tim McAfee Lewis said, it's a done deal. I love you, Tim. You're my favorite. Oh, my gosh. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming up, and, a lot of people have a little energy around that day. But, in America, we can take something that started out like a lie and make it right. We can make it work. We can make it work for us. We go like, well, we're going to requalify the day so that it works and so that we use it. It's a holiday anyway, so we got the holiday. So we're going to make it mean something good. We're just going to make it a family day where we all get together and look at each other and say we love each other. But my invitation is to do that every day. You can't gather people in your house every day. Maybe you can, maybe one day, maybe you do that tomorrow, and then, maybe one day a week, you cook up a lot of food and take it to somebody that don't have no food. That would be a very righteous thing to do, I think. When I don't mean that like righteous, but I mean it'd be a very wonderful thing to do for somebody. It's like we most of us have eaten too much food already. What would happen if we all cooked and then took it someplace to somebody that doesn't have food, right? Or somebody who needs food, somebody on the street who can't cook, right now. But anyway, these are things to do when you are just, bustling around the home. Speaking of things to do, I got a few things to do in December, and I'm going to go visit some of my grandchildren that I haven't seen in a while. And so there will be some Wednesday nights in December that we want beyond for Soul Fulfilling. So the December 11th, I believe we'll do next week, but we're going to take a short break. Is that all right with you guys if we don't meet on Wednesdays for the those 2 weeks around the holidays, the Christmas, Yuletide season, Kwanzaa, that maybe those dates of December, I'll tell you, the dates of December. Oh my gosh, what's happening here? My computer's going to die. Hold on just a minute. How did that happen? I don't know. Come on, baby. Oh, the cord doesn't reach. Sue, where are you? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got to do it this way. So we're looking at let's see. There we go. Like December 18th and the 25th, and January 1st. Those three. No, that's a Monday. I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. What? Help me, somebody. This is 2023. I'm in another zone. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So 18th and the 25th. Oh, that is Christmas Day. So the 18th, the 25th, and January 1st. Those 3 Wednesdays. We actually even the 11th. So it looks like we're on hiatus after from the 11th, and then we come back on January 8th, which will be my mom's birthday. So, yeah. So can you guys do without Soul Fulfilling for a while? We'll take a little break and come back in January. But when we come back in January, we're going to be doing something called Tell Me Something Good. Tell me something good. So tell me something good that you're doing in your community. And I know people on this thread do wonderful things. I can point out some of them that, that are here, that I see right here, right before me. And so that you will share the ways that you're sharing your gifts in community. Maybe it's your family, something that you're doing to bring your family together. And that's a big project sometimes if you're from a big family. Or maybe it's something that might not look like a big thing to you. Big is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the ways of love and the ways you're sharing love with another. Okay? And how, what is your service there? So if there's something that you're doing that you would like to share, you send me your share. Tell me something good. What you would like to tell me about, and we bring you on to Soul Fulfilling. You don't have to do the whole hour, so don't be scared. You're just going to come and talk a little bit about what it is you're doing, and the reach of it. And we get to meet you. So we get your name up here. We got Dr. Karimu, who frequently travels to Kemet, also known as Egypt, with groups of people, and they find their way. They explore things about themselves. They learn the history, more of the history around Kemet is still unraveling. It's just such a magnificent place. Africa is just that, So anyway, it's a lot going on in the world, a lot of good things, and we want to know what you're doing. Mr. Rogers would go like, wait a minute. Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? They're the people that you meet when you're walking down the street. They're the people that you meet each day. Something like. So that's Mr. Rogers. Who are the people in your neighborhood? We want to know who are the people in the B-hood. Who are the people on this thread? We want to know the good of, what are you doing in your life? and we'd like to meet you. Okay? So would you be willing to come on? Let me see some nines if you'll be willing to come on. Let me see it. Let me see if you're willing to come on. Come on, Terry Dean. Put a 9 up there, somebody, if you're willing to come on. And that way, it gives me a sense of, of if there's something that you're interested in. So if you are, and you can't put the 9s up, you hit me up at rickiebyars@gmail.com or Sue Lingle at thebestoflife@gmail.com. The Best of Life. Okay? thebestoflife@gmail.com or rickiebyars@gmail.com. Hit both of us up or one of us and let us know of the good that you're doing. Okay? The way you're sharing your gifts, the way you are nurturing a group of people, the way you are, making the world better, but with an activity. We know you're making them better just by being a better person. We get that part. But, after we've gotten to this still place and feeling so peaceful and wonderful, what's next? You know what the Buddha says? Chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water. It's like, you're just getting, now you're in a great position to help some people because you're not going out there all confused and egotistical and thinking you up there and they're down there. It's like, no, you're very clear that, they are the favorite of God and you are too, and you're meeting them right there, heart to heart, soul to soul, right? I will meet you with my heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. I will touch you with my soul, soul to soul. Let us touch again, and then may we behold more of who we are, more of who we are. I will meet you silently, breath to breath. Let us breathe as a one, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. Right now, we're blessing all the good works that you're doing in the world. Sometimes that work is loving your grandchildren, loving your children, your family, making sure everybody's good. Sometimes it's visiting people in the hospital. Sometimes it's writing letters to people in prison. Sometimes it's writing letters to people who ain't in prison, your family, different places. People don't write letters like they used to. It feels good when you get a letter. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who And you'd be surprised. You know, I was talking to my brother on the phone a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and he was so sad that he had missed a wedding. He didn't know about it. My nephew got married, and he just, some kind of way, he didn't get the invitation, and he wanted to be present. And he had been saying that he misses family, and he just wants to, he missed seeing family. And I was like, well, you missed that, but I have a concert coming up, and you can come out here for that. You can come to my concert, and that would be great. You can't do anything about that part that you missed with the wedding and everything, but you could be present for my concert, and then I get to see you. You'd get to see your son, because his son is Jermone. And you know what? My brother came to town. He and his wife, they came, and they got here in time for most of my concert, and it was just so beautiful to have him here this weekend. And he hadn't been here since my mother's memorial service 5 years ago almost. So, it's just like this is the time for us to show up in each other's life. And there's, in family sometimes there's rifts, there's things that we are pissed about, disappointed about, hurt about. It's like, but after you grieve and cry and fuss, what? What's the word? After you grieve and cry and fuss, somebody type the word, post a comment and let me know. After we grieve and cry and fuss, what happens? After we grieve and cry and fuss, what? Somebody tell me. And while you do that, I'm going to read. Spiral up. That's right. That's right, Deanna. You spiral up, baby. After you grieve and cry and fuss and you let people know how you feel, and sometimes you don't need to let them know how you feel. Sometimes you need to just take it to the Lord in prayer, and work it out and just be able to love people where they're at because they're there, and sometimes things need to be addressed, but when you pray about it, you'll know what needs to be said. Don't move until you know, that you walk in the love of God, that you're doing what God has put you here to say, to do, right? Yeah. But, we can make amends when we can. The places where we can, let's show up. This is a good time, to tell people you love them. So I want y'all to know I love you. I love you. I ain't seen nobody. So spiral up is the word. Now, did I see any 9s about folks who want to come on the show? Nobody. I didn't get 1 9 in this whole thread. Well, that means I got to call some people out. Okay? I'll just have to call you out, Lynn Bill. You got to show up and tell people what it is, the ways that you make the world better. I thought about tonight when I was stacking wood and carrying jugs of water. Water is turned off. Very centering. Yeah, that is very centering. When you don't have water, that's very, very centering. And my friends up here, Acela and Ann, they just got water approved to drink, like I think a couple of days ago. So a lot of people are dealing with all kinds of stuff, and still you're on the thread. I love you too, Gwen Moore. It's good to see you, Anna Maria. Hey, we got folks in the house. Yeah. I don't know if I can be away from you guys 3 weeks. All of a sudden, I thought I wouldn't have anything to say to you because I was in such a calm space. And I was like, well, maybe I've said all I needed to say. But now I think I need to hear what you got to say. I want to hear from you, what you are doing, Gwen Moore, in the world. She's sending me hugs from Colorado. Thank you. What are you doing what is a service that you bring? We sing that song. What is that song? How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. social worker. All right, Gwen. So you're going to come on the show and talk about that. Just a little bit. Okay, Joanne and Odessa, I want you to come on the show. Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Deanna, a little bird told me that you were serving over at a church and singing with their choir. And they were like, you know the beautiful singer with the little curly hair? And I was like, she said there's a curl that is kind of like, curl. I was like, there's only one person. That's Deanna. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that you're singing over there and showing them how the song really goes. Michelle Bowman, oh my good God. Welcome into the B-Hood, Michelle. Good to hear from you. Yeah, you went through a whole lot of different ways of sharing your gifts too. Yeah. Michelle, my house is blue. Can you believe that? I painted it blue. It's very beautiful. It's a blue house now. Yeah. Okay, so you got it. The best of life 2020 at gmail.com. Okay, or Rickie Byars at gmail.com. I didn't see that in there, but Rickie Byars at gmail.com. And what we want to know is what it is that you do. How do you share your joy? How do you share your gift? Because once you hit that zone, and we all have gotten to the place sometimes on this thread, I know, where you feel so yummy with God. It's like, okay, maybe you didn't, but that's the way I felt today. I felt so, I said, Lord, my heart is good. I feel good. It's like everything I wanted, I have in life. In terms of the material things, it's like, what would you have me do? And I called up my good friend, Harriet G. Walden. We went at it. We had a good conversation. It was a beautiful conversation that ended with love. It's like, that's what love will take us higher. That we talk about it all the time on this thread. Sometimes I forget doing what I came to do. And now that I'm not in the big way of seeing things, like it used to be big, the choir was like big, I was the conductor of a choir that was the biggest choir in New Thought. It was huge. It was big. It was a big choir. And big church and three, all of that. It's like God has me in a whole nother zone. And I always appreciated intimate gatherings, because a lot of times back in the old days, I'd have people in my office, and it would be really cozy in my office. I remember when Adam was a little boy, he'd be running around there, hitting his head on stuff. But it was just like, I felt good in choir rehearsal where there were a lot of people too. Not because there were a lot of people, but because we were singing and, learning the songs, learning the scriptures through music, so that was powerful. But then it was the conversations we had with each other afterwards that were really determining our lives. Okay, our friendships, our way of being our ways of being in the world, really, our walk with God. It's like, what's happening in these smaller groups? What are we doing? And then ultimately, what happens when there's nobody around us? It's just us, just me and the Spirit. align in the spirit, or let the spirit align you. Open, allow, listen, enjoy. Enjoy. Mm-hmm. It's good. Happy Thanksgiving, those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, or happy life. Everybody's celebrating life now. Everybody celebrates life. So whether you do the happy Thanksgiving or happy Indigenous Peoples Day, or I know there's an Indigenous People Day on the calendar, but whatever the reason you get with other people, and sometimes it's just to be with friends because you got the time, and we used to do something at this time, and so we're going to do something because we don't want to be alone, and we're alone every day, but we don't want to be alone on this day. It's like, hey, it's all right. You're not alone if you're walking with God. You're not alone. I tell you what, I ain't doing no turkey. I ain't doing no tofurkey. I ain't doing no cranberry sauce. My mother used to be getting that cranberry sauce, and the last I'm gonna tell you this, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But the last months of my mom's life were November and December, and she passed in January of 2020, right? But in that November, she was really, I guess people would say, she was kind of slipping, in terms of her present moment. And she was so resigned that I wasn't doing anything for Thanksgiving that she thought that there was no preparation. Well, she had already ordered all the stuff, and she was like, there's nothing been done in this house to say that we doing nothing for Thanksgiving. I celebrate Thanksgiving, Rickie. I was like, Mom, we got everything. We got your cranberry sauce. It was so funny. She didn't believe me. She didn't believe it until Thanksgiving, and Doris came over. They are both together in the invisible, laughing at me right now. Like, look at her talking about us. But anyway, it's like Doris came over, Estella came over, and all of her daughters came through, and and just pampered her and made her feel good, and she said, I thought Rickie didn't do nothing. Like, it was so funny, but because she knew that this was the day that I abstained a whole lot of times. But for those of you who go full in, have a great time. Have a great time with your friends and your family. And I'm having a great time with my God and my family. And I'm thinking about you. I love you all. And God loves us through all these holidays, and is right here deep within us, and supporting you. So God is there. I love you. Hi, Linnea. I see people came on at the last, Tom. Tam. Hi, Tam. Some are just coming in the room, but they've been with us. Karen, Rebecca, good to see you. Sue Locke, thankful for you too. Yeah, these moments of our lives are special. It's just like it's the joy. It's the joy. It's all about that joy. And Sue, come inside the room. Come on in the room, Sue. I want you guys to see Sue Lingle. Sue Lingle is the bomb.
Ooh.
I mean, the good bomb, like a good bomb.
Oh yeah, the only kind.
But you don't need to make no more than peanut butter cookies. She's bad. She's bad. She knows better.
You don't need to eat them.
Nobody else was eating them.
Oh, is that the problem?
Just Jamone and I.
Yeah.
They're all gone now though, so I can start my life over.
Ooh-wee.
I can start my life over again from this point on. So Susan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Exactly what you were saying. I've been so peaceful today. Just
Mm-hmm.
almost not even touching the ground, just kind of
Yeah.
floating around.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Looking at people and all I'm thinking is more love, more joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
It's good stuff. It's really, really good that whatever's going on, that God is wrapped around you, is embracing all of us. And so I give
Mhm.
thanks for this living love that's holding us right here and right now. And may we walk with God with confidence. Like just know, it's like I don't know. The people on this thread, you already like my good friend Lucky says, you already know. You already know. If you don't know, then just listen to the music, you know. Just listen to the music. The message is in the music. Here's a shout out for B Radio. I went on there last night and it was very, 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 very powerful. So thank you, Marcus Huffman, and all that you do to keep it popping. It was really strong last night, and I enjoyed listening to it. BRadio.org. The letter B, radio.org. Streaming 24/7. Inspirational music 24/7. No commercials. Every now and then you get a miracle moment of health from Dr. Lori, or sometimes a word of encouragement, but no commercials, and you'll love B Radio. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. 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 Mahalo, Karen Norman. Love you, Mary Francis. Hey. And Trisha. Hey. Y'all coming in. Hey, I'm glad that everybody could join us tonight. Can you sing along with me on Blessed Always? Here we go. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in